Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Woo! We going up. I told y'all. I knew it, man. They try to keep us down. But look, the S&P is the leading indicator for Bitcoin, which is the leading indicator for the altcoins. It's a matter of time, guys. And I'm glad. It's beautiful here in New York. Went outside with a t-shirt on today. Baseball season is coming. For you guys who follow baseball, like I live walking distance from where the Mets play, so I can just like hop out here and go to a game every day. So that's where I'll be in the summer a lot. Thanks, man. Doc Gooden, bro. Doc Gooden jersey. One of the legendary pitchers ever. And also a crazy drug addict. But, so what's going on, man? Up only. I hate that word, but we'll let it rock right now. SZ Army is in here. All right, you guys taking over the stream. That's cool. SZ is my homie, man. Good dude. Good dude. Chat with him often. You know, we actually been talking about the profile, and he's awesome, man. The level master. One thing you guys need to know is that there's no one way to skin a cat. I think that's the saying. I don't know. Maybe I got that wrong, but there is many ways to do things, and no way is right, no way is wrong. You don't have to be looking at all this crazy stuff that I'm looking at on my charts every day. But, you know, it just helps me do what I do. See what's going on behind the scenes. I like to know what's going on within the candle instead of just looking at a candle print, right? So, I got the window open right now. If the sounds of New York get too ridiculous, I'll close it. If some guy starts leaning on his horn, you know, very, very New York stuff. But yeah, guys, look, you can see here, Perp's trying to sell off, but Perp's also led the way up. You know, actually seeing some spot selling. Coinbase and Binance down here, but my entry point is way lower. I already locked some profits. I'm gonna see what we can get out of this. You know, the mantra has been to sell every pop. So everybody, we get to the highs, and everybody switches from long to short, and that could be the case right now, but I'm cool. I already locked in my money, trying to make more. Don't want to short this. S&P is flying. Chinese stocks are up. Asian stocks are up 20 to 40%. Right? Like, Bitcoin is a risk-on asset. I'm not selling yet. I'm just not. I'm cool with giving back a little bit. It's all good. We make money here every day. So, you know, these are my thoughts right now. We'll get into the charts in a second. Give some shout outs to everybody. Burned, Ryan, what's up, man? Rensler, always in here, man. Swiss Gabber. Finally gonna move this up so you guys can see my face and not be looking at my hat. Lord Samurai, my guy, what does it do? Terrence, Emilio, Peter, what's up, everybody? The tune is lit. I try to keep the music popping on here. One thing you guys will learn about me is music is like my life. Like, without music, I'd probably be depressed somewhere, like sitting in the corner. Like, I need music. I'm trading with music. I wake up with music. It's all day, every day for me. Thanks, man. Say I'm looking fresh. You still got a Doc Gooden baseball card? Man, you better save that. That's gonna be worth more than some of these altcoins one day. Um, oh God, if SZ long, then we definitely going up. What's up, Greg, Nikita, Alchemist, Learner, Ryan, Ayush, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the fun stuff, guys. All right. So we'll start with the charts. Told you guys I bought some AVAX earlier. Ideal entry would have been at the pullback to this composite point of control right here. You can see right around 79 bucks, but whatever, got a late start, bought the breakout trade. Looking for this 86 area, might take some profits here, but I'm not too sure, man. Feeling good. I'm feeling good, and you know, the timing of my tweet earlier was amazing because I'm just sitting here, and every positive thing that I write, somebody is like, "Oh, well, last time this did this, the market crashed. Last time BTC broke out, the market crashed. Last time that the market crashed." I'm just like, yo, forget all of that, man. Get this money right now. When the market crashes, it will crash. And then, we reevaluate. You don't have to short every top, right? This is not 69K. You don't got to get in on the short here, bro. It's not necessary. If we got momentum in a direction, what I like to do, me personally, I lock profits, right? At these highs, the highs from yesterday, and we pull back. We get to an area where we have support. So maybe today, right, we have this point of control right here at like 4,500. If this shuts down, I think we come down here and we bounce again, right? Here we were shut down at this area yesterday, came down, point of control. That's where we bounce from. So that's how I play it, man. I don't got to get in on every trade, because if I think a trade is going nowhere, I don't take it, right? I'll just sit back and wait. It's all good. But the key is locking profits along the way, right? So, take a look at this guy. This thing is out of here. Blast and pass the local highs. This is the S&P 500 right here, guys. Blasting past these local highs. Still going, man. Still going. We are up off these lows 7% on the S&P. In Bitcoin terms, that's like 20%, 30. This is a big move right here. So I'm good with what stocks are doing. I think it continues. You're seeing gold continue to pull back. Less fear. The war stuff is kind of going away, Sorry, I see some questions coming in right here. Just checking it out. Good call on reaching yesterday's high. Yeah, man, we ain't done yet. Very small window. Should be better now that I'm on full screen. I like to do the little intro, see my face in the beginning, kind of have a personal feeling to it. But, I have some people on here and they're like watching this on their phone and they're like, I can't see your cursor. And it's like, well, dude, I'm sure all you guys can see this right now because I'm looking at the stream and it looks very prevalent right now. So anyway, stocks are going, closing the week strong. I posted earlier this weekly candle. Like, look at this. Do you want to fade this? You want to fade that? No way. I'm good. I'm going to eat right now. This is what we're going to do. We're going to eat. So, check it out. You guys know I love the 4-hour chart to look at the levels, right? So, yesterday, just all week I've been saying, I was like, guys, 39K has become a make or break level. Either we crash from it and burn, or it holds and we move up. So as you can see right here, we right here it held, right? We pulled back. This is the Fed meeting. Pull back, weekly right there. That's where I took my long yesterday. Closed out at these highs before I went to bed this morning. Got a little late start, but pretty much the break, the rejection at these highs here, and then bouncing off the point of control. That's where I got long. And as you can see, we've had 3 hourly closes. Looks like this one's going to close positive as well. You don't cut your long when you're closing candles in the positive. So I'm still holding. Above us, what I'm watching right here, the highs from 42. This is the naked point of control, guys. This is a problem area, right? So you got 41.7 here, and then you have this naked point of control. That's your problem area. That's what I'm watching for to take more profits, or a rejection, possibly. Maybe, I'm not really keen to short this. I'll be honest. I think that shorts start moving higher. Like these highs up here, like 42.5. So, lower, if you want to get involved, lower. If we do pull back, obviously 39, this level here, 39.1, 39.150. But you have the weekly VWAP right here, and it's, by the time it gets down there, it'll be at 40K. So I wouldn't really expect much lower than that right now. Daily VWAP, we're still pretty far off of that. If this rejects, I'd look for daily VWAP, which will probably be right here around this like 41 area if we got down there. But higher, look, you got this break here, 42.5, and then you guys can see this little gap here. I'll show you my levels, right? So break this level here, and there's not much volume in this area from right about 42.1 to about 43.5. So if this breaks, I think we get some type of move where we come up above here. This becomes support at 42.1 and then up. Probably reject at 42.5, something like, back to the 42 area and then up. So that's how I'm seeing it right now. Obviously, you have the level down that you have these lows here. Like I said, this weekly VWAP probably comes up to meet these lows right there. So that's it, right? We're within this range, this 4,200 to 42,000 area, and I'm just gonna see how it plays. You can see strong hold on here. So you can see here, right there, big level, that should be support right there around 41. So if this doesn't go, rejects, I think you get a bounce right there. You guys know on the profile, these areas that stick out, that jut out, those are high volume nodes. That's support. That's what works. You can see we even have right here a 41.3. We're getting a high volume node building here. That could hold. So it looks good, guys. I mean, we'll take a look at what's going on underneath the hood, but I don't see any reason to be like, oh my God, I need to fade this move again. Like, we've crept up into this area so many times, even with the Fed, even with the war, with everything going on, we came up here. So that's what I'm seeing. That's Bitcoin. Ethereum, out of here, bro. Right? Ethereum BTC outperforming represents risk on, right? People are getting risk on. They're like, okay, this isn't gonna die. We back. We risk on. You know, so that's what you're seeing here. You're seeing it in the DeFi pairs. You're seeing it in ETH, BTC. People are, which is kind of why BTC isn't breaking out as strongly as it did last time, because that was mostly a Bitcoin-led move, and you're seeing people take a little bit more risk here. All this war shit is kind of starting to pass. So let's go to the risky plays. So, you know, I think that's a reason why we're not seeing a Bitcoin at like 44, 45 right now. It's because people are playing in other places. And that's fine. I love that. Do it. Load up. But, you know, same kind of situation, right? And I'm telling you guys, these composite points of control, they're serious resistance from up top, like right here, 26.17. You can see it. This is where price was stuck, right? This area, you know, here, right there, like we had those lows, but the breakout from these areas are strong. Like, those are the moves. Like, everyone wants to catch the bottom, but you can't every time, right? And like a person like me, who I don't hold my trades for a week, I need to look for where the big move is going to come from, and it comes from the breaks of these points of control. The composite point of control, sorry. So, look, I guess it doesn't really make sense to focus too much on lower levels, but obviously these lows, 2,500, 2,450, this is a strong area of support right here. So break below 2,400, and I think you're quickly at 2,200 with ETH. If you're looking to get into some shorts, here's probably a play right here, right around 3,000. Naked point of control up here, a rejection up here. You know, maybe that's a short play. I don't know if you want to get in front of this bullet train, but, you know, you do you. You do you. I would love to see, you know, a break above this and seeing ETH holding above 3K. And I think ETH holding above 3K is just amazing for all altcoins in general. I think people will really start to get bullish again. So, you know, resistance here. If you miss this long, you know, you have you got daily VWAP. So you got a high volume node right here. around this area here, around 2800. I don't know why that's filling in my boxes right now, but whatever. Gotta figure that out. But these are my levels. These are the high volume nodes that you should be looking at. Today's point of control. So right around 2800, if it pulls back, you know, this top of this structure right here around 2760, you know, that could be an area, but right now, you know, just let it fly. It's going. So, you know, this is one thing I'm watching here. I'm expecting some resistance there and some resistance here. Right? So, all in all, looks good. These lows right around 2750, 2800. I expect the 2800 area to hold and wait for this weekly VWAP to catch up. But if you want to fade, you know, this is probably where you should start to look to do it. But I think you get cooked. My personal opinion. All right. So right now I'm just going to go over BTC and ETH. And then we'll hop into all the other stuff I like to look at. And then we'll come back to whatever alts and wrap it up there. Let me see if we have any questions so far. What up, Brooklyn? What up? Greetings from the Netherlands. What up, bro? AVAX Summit next week, man. And if you guys know who Duquan is, my man, he basically posted and said AVAX is going to Moon next week. So I am heavily in it. My man, he does what he says, and he has the money to back it up. So I go with what the big money does. Terrence Wong, that Spotify playlist is called Stream Safe Hip Hop Beats. It is, you know, you can't play music on here with copyrights, then it'll take my video down. So Stream Safe, it's called. Finally filled the liquidity void, man, for sure. Static, we got some fucking volume in there for once. I posted earlier this week, I was like, this is laughable how every time we just sweep up and through this area, and we got some decent volume at 41. And that's the good thing about, you know, you got to build support on the way up, because otherwise you just fall right back through the level. So we got some support at 41. You guys can see here on the chart, let's zoom in a little bit. You know, this is your point of control now, right around 48.50, right? So if this rejects, which is just mooning right now, this, you could see the orders in the book that are stacking above this level, nothing below, because this is going to hold, in my opinion. You have the top of this structure here, right? You got this right there. That's support. You got this. You got this. Right? So we're going up, folks. It looks beautiful. Looks like a, oh yeah, I love it. Keep going. Keep going. CVD, stupid. Climbing. Crazy. Right? Straight up. Open interest, straight up. Let's go. All right. So, taking a look with Bitcoin, looking in the book. Again, this is FTX. This is where I do my business. But you can look here. You see this area up here, this line where my cursor is, right up here. This is where the sellers are stepping in. on FTX, right there at 42.5. So we're still going, folks. We're not done yet. There's some light orders in here, right? If you look at the book, 42,450, you got 350 Bitcoin right there. Above 41.8 is like nothing. It is bare. We could sweep, and that's the area that I showed you on the trading view chart. So below us, right, 41,675. You got some bids. Most bids are at that 41 area, like I said, right? 41,050. Got about 300 there, and 40,950. Another 200 there. So that's this area here. And then, I'm not going to spend too much time looking below, but you guys know where it's at. Obviously, around 39, and pretty much nothing below there until 35, because we're going up right now. We are freaking going up. So awesome to do this while we're having a good up day. I feel like every time I'm doing a stream, we're dumping. So anyway, yes, go. Yes, get me bread. Woo! Love it. All right, we'll take a look at ETH 2, see what we got. ETH, FTX, ETH. And as you guys know, you know how I do it. I focus on FTX, and I focus on Binance. I go where the volume is. That's where I go. All right, so 41.8, getting a little, trying to step in here. It's all good. I still think we go. We're already above this 41.7 area. The buyers stepping in here, I think they get run over. But, we'll see how it plays. So, levels here, not really seeing anything amazing on Binance. Obviously 41, so beneath us 41 is a level to watch for a bounce, clearly. Above, you see some sellers here, 42, 42.5. Binance looks like they wanted to go a little bit more than FTX does. I'm cool with that. And below, 36, and basically these lows over here. Now, going back to when we were at the lows, like, see these levels, like, see this, all of this white here, like, these are big orders, stepping in to support, and they held up. So when we had that crash, I got long because I was seeing this here. People are like, oh my God, this whole thing is going to retrace, and it did. But all these buyers stepped in on Binance. Similar situation on FTX. Looking at ETH. Let's see what we got. Okay. Wow. So orders below, 25.50, but on ETH, it looks like straight Moon City on FTX, right? Not really seeing much in the book below 2,900, but orders stepping in higher to get filled. So kind of in an area of contention a little bit, but you can see this white level, it's support, but I really think like right around 2,900. If this doesn't go, um, that's where I look to get involved. Probably the top of this structure between 29 and 2,800. Yeah, this rolling VWAP here around 2,850. Um, that's the book on ETH. See, the books on altcoins are so much less reliable than Bitcoin. And I posted last night. It was like, why do you focus on Bitcoin so much? And it's because the information is reliable, and it's so there's so much more information for Bitcoin than ETH or anything else, right? So similar situation. Biggest level is around 2,900 for ETH. Most sellers right around the 3K area. So seeing a lot of orders up here, but mostly spoofs. If price was to go up there, they would get cooked, I think. But I think looking to get involved around 2,900 would be best, in my opinion. All right, so that's enough of the order book. Let's get into this. Okay, guys. So funding rates are negative right now as we're making this move. Like, that is on Bybit, slightly on FTX, neutral everywhere else. But it's looking good. How many shorts did we liquidate? Not enough. Wow. So this is something to look at to gauge, right? If we only liquidated $16 million of shorts, they are still short from much higher. And we need to push to liquidate them. And I think they're probably sitting above 42.5 right there. And, some people that are still short from the local highs, like around 46. Open interest is up. Not too much. This isn't crazy. I like to see open interest up like over 5%. But sitting over 13 billion is nice. It's been a while since we were that high. This is the highest open interest since early March. We're actually higher than early March. So going, yeah. Things look phenomenal, guys. That's what I'm going to say here. All right. Let's go to the TPO. This is my secret weapon, guys. So, let's look at what we got here. So, as you guys saw last week, or early this week, I posted that, we were sitting in this area of kind of, value being stagnant, right? So value is pretty much stuck between 39.2 and 38.7. For anybody new, the gray area here in the middle is the value area. This is where 68% of the time for that day of trading was spent. And basically, you guys who know your math, 68% is one standard deviation, right? So when people are like, oh, do you use RSI? Do you use bands? Do you use this? It's like, no. I don't need to because, I look at it sometimes, right? It's nice to know when RSI is below 30 on a 4-hour chart, right? But when you're buying outside of the standard deviation out of 1 standard deviation on the day, you're buying outside of value, right? You can make this, and you can adjust this, guys. You can make this 2 standard deviations, right? But you want to buy in these blue areas, right? And you guys can see on each day, you see this little thing where it says buy tail? That means that was a daily low where price was only able to stay for a half an hour, right? And that's these longs are your longs. Like, that's where I catch my plays, right? On this day, on March 16th, the daily lows were, 38, 8, right? And if you would have bought here, press this gray box, and you can see, like, I would have bought the daily lows every single time, right? Today, we have a gray box right there. Daily lows, buy tail, 41.50, buy. It gives me a signal. I go. I usually take these without much hesitation. And these are usually my biggest positions when I take those. So, look, what we have here is we have value migration up, right? So value moved from basically here to now it's something like here and here. That's called value migration, guys. That means that price has staying power. That means you don't fade this. It's going. It's spending time in an area. As it's spending time in an area, it's building volume, it's building support. It's not going to dump back to 39K from here, guys. Not today. No way. Sorry. Not happening. But you do want to see, so what you want to see on a daily profile or a daily TPO is, so right now we have this area here. Our value area high is 48.31. Our value, then our daily high up here is, we hit the highs of 41.869, right? Now, you could fade this. Might be a nice move temporarily. But what you're looking for is you want to see this gray area migrate higher, right? So I'd like to see these gray boxes, migrate up into here. So the longer that price stays up here, the more that value migrates higher. You want to fade quick, swift rejections. Of course, this can pull back. Like I said, I already locked some profits. That's what I do on the way up. I lock profits and add. But it's not dumping. It's just pausing. This is a pause. Hopefully, I hope. So that's what I'm seeing here, guys. So below us. And another cool thing, what I like to do on XO charts, which is kind of like a little secret that a lot of people don't know about, is you can break these areas up into candles, right? So it's called expand cluster, and I'll go over some questions in a minute, guys. Sorry, I said I was going to go over questions, but I just kept rolling. I like to keep rolling, and then we go back and do the questions. But, so you can break these things up into candles. So these are half-hour candles, right? Now, when these candles are blue, that's when you buy, right? This is buying outside of value. This is on sale right here. This is on sale down here. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that these areas move during the day, right? So all of these blue candles right here, you would think, oh, it's blue, so I should sell it because it's blue up here. But no, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue candles, right? This is a sell up here. This blue candle. Shut down, rejection. This could have been a sell for a short sell. You know, sells up here, sell right here. This is more of these and more of these are going to turn gray as the day goes on. All right. So, that's a little trick. Another little trick on Exo charts is you can merge days together, right? So if I want to take this day, right? Now, usually what do, right? We trade the range. We have our composite POC for the days that are in the range, right? So for these 3 days, this is a composite, right? So what I can do is I can merge it with these 2 days. And now I just have one big composite, right? So now I know based on the last 3 days of trading, where's expensive and where is cheap. So look, see a little blue tap, long, blue tap, long, right? These up here would have been good shorts, but like I said, when value keeps creeping back up into an area, that means the rejection is weak. That means that you can't hold me down, like P. Diddy says. You know, can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Sorry, that was my P. Diddy. I was listening to that song last night, so. So anyway, we're looking good, guys. I'm not fading it. We're up in these highs from over here. I'm good. I'm still good. I'm not fading it, and I think Asia sees this. I think they try to send it back a little bit, and then they just hop on board when it doesn't go. That's my thoughts for tonight. Over the weekend, does it, just moon over the weekend? Not necessarily. Probably some ranging action. But that's how I'm thinking about that. All right, we're going to finish up here, and then I'll answer some questions, guys. So, look, like I said to you guys, we pretty much bounced here, this point of control, deviated below, and then moved up. I told you guys yesterday that buyers were not stepping in until we were getting over 41. We kept rejecting, and then you can see all sell volume right here, right? Now today, you can see once we pass this point of control here, up, blue delta all the way up over 41, all the way up, like Fat Joe says. So anyway, look, you see your levels here. I'd be surprised if we're able to go down below this previous day point of control, which is 48.39, and pretty much this point of control, 40. So between 4,200, which was around the lows for today, and 4,800, I think there's a nice bounce provided. What else do we got? All right, so cool. This is doing its thing. It's hanging out up here, filling this area up here. Look below, guys. This is what we got. It's nice that we bounced in this area here, because below 4150, you know, it was back to 39. Looking at where the volume, you know, was the heaviest and time was most spent, pretty much like 38.8 to 39. That was where we were going if we broke down from 40. So we didn't. We going. We good. We straight. Above us, I'd be looking at, right, so I forgot I could just do this. Okay, so above us, you know, 42, basically around 42.5. You have that area there to worry about. We're already at an area of contention, 41.8, and break above 42.5. Then you're looking for like mid 43, and then you have resistance up here from like mid 43 to 44. That's what the profile tells me. Break 44, and then we will be good for, you know, the 45, mid 45 highs. That's what I'm looking at, guys. That's what I see. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'll answer some questions in a minute, but I just want to show you guys, like, this is how I trade, right? Yesterday was a boring, chopping, sideways day. I only took a couple of trades. I use these thing called trend reversal candles. They only move, they only print if price moves in a certain direction in the opposite direction. Moves a certain amount of ticks in the opposite direction. I'm sorry. So, you see down here, yesterday, we had this buy tail here. I kept long in this area, hoping it would go. Then taking shorts up here, seeing what would happen there. And then I would have shorted this open, but I had to go to dinner with my mama. And you guys know I'm a mama's boy, and I love my family. So missing a trade don't bother me one bit. But today, similar situation. You know, this was my long. I took a long here. I cut it at this rejection at the point of control, and then long again at the value area low. Right? So, and then you can see here, this is the VWAP, this yellow line held, and here we are. Chilling up here, making new value. Right? All right, guys. So with that, I will answer questions. We'll go over a couple of alts. I'm not going to go stupid with it. Maybe we'll do 3, all right? I already did AVAX for you for free. All right. So, yes, Azure. Buy tails and sell tails change dynamically in a day's range. How do you decide? Well, if a buy tail happens at a daily low, I will scalp it. It doesn't mean it's going to go, but I will try. What you want to see with your buy tail is that it occurs at an area of support. So you can see the buy tail from that I just showed you, and then I show you my levels, That's where that buy tail occurred. Right there. This was the buy tail. That was it. This was a level of support. That's a trade. You take that, my man. Always, in my opinion. Depending on how price is moving. Sorry, I should never say always. I gotta stop doing that. Anyway, okay. North, no, I don't really use a monthly VWAP. Not really. Please zoom in. Okay. Okay, a lot of people want to know the volume profile settings. And I hope to do this less and less because I'm going to just refer you to watch old videos. But these are my settings. Alright. Volume profile. I'm actually going to change this right now. 20 ticks. Ticks per row. Up and down. It shouldn't be on up and down because I only look at total on here. I use, if you look at up and down, you're going to see delta. But I look at my delta on Exo charts, which is way cleaner. An up and down chart on TradingView, it looks pretty trashy. So I use total. Value area 68, extend point of control right. Right? Pick your own colors, pick your own point of control color, do whatever you want. These are the settings that count. That's it. Alright. The indicator for my levels. Volume profile. I leave it up here on the screen, guys. Please go through TradingView and find it on your own. No, I did not make it. It's made by TradingView. Swiss Gabber, you asked about poor lows and highs. Thanks, MC. You rock too, bro. Do I think this pump is organic? Yeah, I do. I think that every other goddamn market is going up. Why not this one? Everybody wants to call things a scam pump, man. Just like, if you believe that and you're so like cynical, and you're gonna miss so many good trades. Like, I know a lot of people didn't buy this today because they're like, we're going back to 39, and now they're assed out of luck, you know. So I play what the chart gives me. I don't give a damn what Twitter is saying. I could care less. I'd rather be the guy that gets it right and everyone gets it wrong than do what everyone else is saying. That's me. I posted that. I just retweeted it, actually. I was like, everybody wants to take the short. Everybody wants to short the highs. The going, mantra is short every pop. You're going to get run over eventually. And that's what I'm hoping happens. We didn't do it yet. We still got work to do, but I do think the pump is organic. Alexander, I cannot answer that question. Next level of resistance, like I said, between 42 and 42.5 is what you should be looking at. What's up, homie from the Bronx? Oh, you probably a Yankee fan, man. I'm over here with my Mets jersey on. But I do love Yankee Stadium. Spend a lot of time over there. What else do we got? Alright. Shit poster. I will not address anything about any Inu coins. I don't care about nothing like that. If it's not a major coin with liquidity that trades on a major exchange, I will not even address it. I don't even care. I hope you get rich off of it. How do I get those red horizontal lines to show automatically on XO? Andy, I'm not sure what you're referring to. You could be referring to this red horizontal line. So that is called the point of control. Oh, maybe these horizontal lines that you're talking about. These are points of control. So what I do, I go to POC, I go to point of control, and I select naked point of control. See, I just made them go away. All right. Okay. When I take profit, do I sell a portion or sell or re-enter? I sell a portion, and then I will add lower. I set my targets, for the SZ guys here, target 1 and target 2. So I set my target, I take profit at the first target. If we bounce and it's not a complete rejection, I will add back. Because one thing about me, I don't like to buy in the middle of a pump. I want to hold mine from the lows, from the good entry that I have, and not be trying to buy in the middle of a pump. Because if I buy, basically the way that it works is if I add, I move my stop up to where I added, and then it will just get me out of my position and whatever. I'm not going to lose money when I add. You know what I'm saying? I hope you understand hope you got that. What makes you want to short yesterday's open? What? I'm very confused with that question. King Mutt, I didn't short. Oh, what made me want to short yesterday's open? Oh, there was a ton of huge sell orders from the open. Huge sell orders to open the day. So I knew it was going down. That's what made me want to sell it. Look, so guys, I didn't really get too much into this, but where is it? I use a footprint chart. So I watch volume as it's happening. So right now we have, so this is how I buy and sell, right? So for instance, if I miss my long and I was looking to take a fade, I would look here. These are called range candles. They only print when price moves a certain amount, certain distance. So what you see here is a candle that's not based on time. It's based on a certain amount of range, right? Of ticks. So this to me is a sell signal. We popped up to 41.87. And I'm not saying it's a sell signal now. If you sell now, you're probably crazy. This was if I wanted to scalp the pump for a short. You have an imbalance here. There's 2.3 million of sellers and no buyers here. So you look diagonally across, right? You look diagonally. Buyers match with sellers match with buyers here. Buyers match with sellers here. This is called an imbalance. At these highs, price could no longer push. You can see that orders died out at the top, and that's where you take your short. Here, same thing. 0 sellers at the top. That was a scalp. I don't know how far it went because this candle closed green, but let's look at the bottom, right? So I'm watching this constantly as the day is going on. Now, look at what we have here. buddy. Now, I didn't catch the ultimate bottom because I was not awake yet. But these are bottoms that you buy. You see this? Price is trying to push down. Sellers die out. 0 buyers at the bottom. But price reverses. You have an imbalance here. Small imbalance, but an imbalance. That's a trade. Same thing here. Tons of, sellers outpacing the, outnumbering the buyers. 0 buyers, price reverses. 0 buyers, price reverses. It does it all the time. This is what scalpers are looking for. That's how scalpers trade. I don't scalp often like that. Only if I'm out of position or if I'm off sides. Then I'll constantly scalp until it goes. But this is the stuff that I'm looking at that tells me, all right, sell. I don't know where yesterday's open was. All right, so here we go. Here's yesterday's open. This day started with price tried to pop up. This was the start, and then just sellers outnumbering buyers all the way down. And even though you have zeros down here, no buyers step in. That means don't touch it. You want to see a buyer imbalance, hopefully, to turn directions. So, tons of sellers right from the start. No buyers stepping in to turn price. And then sellers just dominating the whole way down. Look, no buyers here. This whole candle. No one stepped in to buy this shit. But then you start to see a ton of sellers down here at the bottom. No buyers. And price is not going down any further. You came down here, 40 to 50, which was a support level. Then you start to see buyers step in. See the blue on the right side. No buyers, buyers. Go long. All right. So anyway, I don't want to keep talking about where I execute my trades. You guys, you see the charts that I'm showing you, so figure it out. Well, I actually execute my trades. If you're talking about actual execution and not where I trade, is I use something called In Silico Terminal. Maybe one day I will go over it and kind of show you guys how it works. But In Silico Terminal, it is free. You can use it through XO charts, through the desktop. You basically just take your API keys and plug it in, and it does the damn thing, right? So see, this is another reason why I use these trend reversals. Like, you can, just look at it. Most people would have been like, oh my God, and, got out of their trade, but price is going nowhere. There's no reason for me to cut this yet. Break below here, I don't know. Maybe I still wouldn't be worried, actually. But, these things are amazing for keeping you in your trade for longer. All right. Any other questions? I will go over Rune. Yeah, King Mutt. It was in the value area at the open, but that means nothing, right? You don't, obviously, okay, you don't want to sell in the value area, but you're talking about the value area of the previous day. Now you have a whole nother set of participants, of market participants trading. They don't care about yesterday. They think that there's a reason to sell. They're going to do it. It doesn't mean oh, it was in this value area, I shouldn't take this trade. They're thinking something totally different than we were thinking during the day. That's what you have to keep in mind. Like, just because it's in here doesn't mean you shouldn't go with the direction at the open. Order flow tells me all of that. But, that's just like you saying, okay, we're outside the value area here, fade. And it's probably not a good trade. It doesn't work like that. There's nuances to this, and you got to look at everything holistically. Okay, with that, Onur, I don't trade only crypto. I trade the ES futures stock market. Yeah, so I basically just trade the S&P. Sometimes I trade rates, but after they've already made their big move, I'm kind of done with that. JP, you said, how do you interpret the data? How do you interpret the data if your exchange is not shown on here? Look, like I said before, you go where the volume is. Volume is pretty much going to show you what the hell is happening, right? Like, okay, let's look at the difference in price, right? Okay, FTX is trading at 41,750. What is this? Coinbase is trading at 41,750 and Bybit is trading at 41,725. So you're talking about a max $25 difference. It doesn't really matter about the price or, it's if you trade on a thinly traded exchange, which I hope none of you do, because you're just more likely to get wrecked on some type of wicking action if somebody fat fingers the trade or dumps onto the market. But when it comes to interpreting the data, I think focus on the big guys, right? So if you look at XO, you have access to Binance, FTX, OKX, however you say that, BitMEX, Bybit, right? So, choose your what you like. But me personally, I like FTX. It's the fastest growing exchange by volume, and I think their data is clean when you look at it. All right, so Abe Trade. Yeah, Abe Trade is, I think we follow each other. He's awesome, man. Good dude. Knows his stuff for sure. I mean, this is how institutions trade, guys. This is this type of stuff they look at. Like, nobody is drawing support and resistance lines. I mean, they are, but they're not making big decisions off of that. They're making big decisions off of VWAP. They're making big decisions off of, value and weekly VWAP, regular VWAP. They're making big decisions on order flow, where order flow is coming in, where it's getting light, where it's dying out. They're not looking at candlestick charts to make decisions. This is awesome, to see the picture, but it's great to know what's actually happening inside each one of these candles. So, with that, done with the questions. Somebody asked for Rune. I'll do Rune. Do I have Rune on here? There it is. All right, lagging today. So, Rune, you can see here I have previous resistance drawn at 850. It's straight up, dude. Like, on a type of pullback, I would look for this area here to get involved. Maybe like $7. You have your weekly VWAP here around like 750, 760. The thing about buying something like this is like I would never buy something like this that has moved like this. Chances are other coins are going to start to outperform Rune now. As you can see today, by it only being up 1%, where you have SNX up 17%, you have AVAX up 6%, ETH up 4%, ETH up 4%, FTM up 5%. So this is starting to die out in my opinion. If I was holding Rune, I'd be taking profits. You have this high of a wick over here, around 950, but it all depends on where you got in. If you got in at $4, God bless you. Hold on for the ride. I'd probably have a stop down here around $7. But yeah, I would never buy this right now. No way. Something that comes up like this usually go down like this. So that's my thoughts on Rune. Above, you have pretty much this 950 area as a resistance, like this. Break above that, hold, retrace, and then you're probably looking at this, and then this. Below this area, top of this structure around 550, but it's looking very toppy in my opinion. So and then break below this 550 area, and I think it goes a lot lower. So that's Rune. Okay, any other alts? I'll do, what are some that I just want to do personally? So guys, like, one thing I want to say is keep an eye on DeFi, man. Like, DeFi if Bitcoin holds up, DeFi is gonna keep ripping. I mean, look at SNX up 17%. A lot of people call this coin dead, and it's apparently not. It's breaking out right here, breaking above this level. $5, making a big move above $5. Resistance here, 527. This is something I would definitely wait for a pullback to like the weekly VWAP if it gets back there. So somewhere around $5 if it retraces and holds. But this thing is gone already. But I keep an eye on here. Like, usually when these things break out, like, many of them have broken out already. So going back to what I said about the comp POC, you should be always looking at these on a 4-hour chart to see where the hell they are, because that's usually where the breakout is going to happen. So here, $110. What else do we got? You would have bought down here, 120. If I was long I'd look for these highs around 174. So keep an eye on these. Look for them to retrace. Try to catch a weekly VWAP bounce if you can. That is usually, when it comes to altcoins, probably one of the best places to get in. And now you have weekly VWAP around 142 here, which will be like the top of this structure. So I know I'm just hopping around, but it's kind of like redundant for me to go over every coin, because like, you guys see what I'm looking at. You see what I'm looking for, right? So let's just pretend OV is any coin that you like. I don't care what the hell it is. When it comes to altcoins, this is how it works. Look, you have a level, a local high level. You break it. It never looks back. You have a bottom, right? You have a bottom. You have lows. You have a ton of volume at the lows. What I tell you guys before, that a ton of volumes at the lows is a strong bottom. And you could see, break above this 119 area, out of here. You have a ton of volume at the lows. You have this high volume node. Shit. And you have this. Right? Look at that. You look at the profile and you look at these places where price sticks out. Right? That should have been resistance. Went over it and then retraced, bounced even harder off of it. These are your levels. They're right here on the side, guys. Resistance. Like, or is it like I could just draw? You just look at the spiky part on the profile. These are your levels. Like, I don't even need to draw lines. Like, I just, you could see it. It's right there. So it's kind of redundant to just be like, oh, well, this coin, you know, has a point of control here above. This is going to be resistance. Like, you guys got my settings. You got everything that I use. And you should be able to do it on your own by now. So I'll do one. I don't know what you mean by that, a Young King Tut. Do I ever look at market caps for Confluence? Like market caps between what coins? Total. Oh yeah. Nah, I don't really pay attention to that. I look at this guy. This is the only thing I pay attention to. And rejection at the highs. Kind of knew altcoins were going to start outpacing Bitcoin. But this, not really. Like, what? You don't really get much from this. What does this tell you? This tells you something. This, yeah. You know, I'm seeing, okay, you're breaking up above these daily highs here, but if I look here, excluding BTC, okay, you broke above the daily highs too. It's making a move, but I think it paints a clearer picture here of the rejections. So I think BTC dominance is a better thing to look at than that. Okay, I'll look at AVAX. I'll look at one, and then I'm done. One and done. I already went over AVAX, guys. Look, like I told you, I bought here at the break of this level. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. I bought here at the break of this level, basically right there. This is resistance here. Watching this. Looking for, you know, a retrace to this level. If this rejects here, want to see this hold, add more, and then go. Or I just want to see it blow through. Then you have the highs at 90 and then right around 95, right? Below that, you have this comp point of control here, right around $78. That's where I would have really liked to get long. And then, you know, weekly VWAP is probably going to come up to meet this level. and you know that'll be serious confluence right there. But this thing just looks like it's out of here. So $90, $95, and then you know, then it goes. I don't know, over $100. So AVAX looks amazing. Probably gonna add some. See if the Asian Open looks good. Okay, looking at one, I can tell you it's not something that I want to be playing with right now. Looks pretty terrible. Barely off the lows. You know, considering that most coins are breaking local highs, this looks ugly to me. It just bounced off of weekly VWAP here. This 12.5 cents area. But look, and this could change over the next couple days, but it looks super weak, right? You got resistance here at about 14 cents and around 15 cents, but it looks ugly as hell. Let me show you what strength looks like. Look, this is a poor looking alt. Barely off the weekly VWAP and near the local lows. Like, I don't want that. I need to see strength. If it was to break above this 14 cents level, then I'd probably buy. I prefer to buy alts breaking out than at the lows. That's me personally. But a strong looking alt currently is nowhere near weekly VWAP, right? You know, like, you don't want to see like looks like, damn, looks like I should have bought this, right? Nowhere near weekly VWAP. You want, those are the things that are gonna move. Nowhere near it, right? It's such a sign of strength when the weekly VWAP is facing up. If you have a flat weekly VWAP, you're holding trash. You should get into a different coin, in my opinion, right? Doge, flat, near the local lows, flat VWAP. This is the type of things that you should be looking at when you're gauging strength. You know, pretty flat. Pretty flat, but you guys can see, like I said before, weekly VWAP. So here with DOT, weekly VWAP, confluence with the range, point of control, $18, lovely long. This is the type of things that you should be looking at for trades, guys. I'm giving you the formula, and you just apply it to whatever coin that you like. It's all the same to me. You know, outside of news and things like that, that is going to move price, this is all you got to look at, man. These are your levels. Look at the reactions to them and go. So DOT, $18, looks strong. Fed day came down, bounced off weekly VWAP. Lovely trade to these highs. Probably going to these highs again. Break above. $20 looks pretty much programmed if you break these highs. So anyway, guys, that's enough alts. Does the volume stuff work on Forex? No, not really. Because the exchanges, the volume that they, I guess, the volume that they report is usually pretty crappy and spotty. I don't know. I used to try to trade Forex, and it's just not, it's not a winning game. Look, when it comes to trading, you want to trade something that trends. Trading Forex, you're trading an asset. I mean, okay, I take that comment back because currencies have been trending as of late because of rates going up and things like that. But it's, to me, crypto is just an easier market to trade Obviously, there's a lot more leverage available in Forex, but I don't really no, I don't trade Forex, so I'm not really gonna speak on it. I don't like it. Tried it, didn't like it. But I do trade the S&P, and I will trade gold sometimes. Can you tell me when move gets out of gas based on volume? Yeah, of course. Okay. I will show you. When a move is out of gas, like, you know, this Bitcoin move is dying out, it looks like. You're getting volume up here, but it's not a lot. And it may pull back, you know, but like I said, you guys saw where I was looking for it to bounce. But when something is out of gas, so basically what you want to see at the highs is, you see here how the value area is still down below. What you want to see when it makes a move up, you want to see this migrate up. You want to see this shaded area go higher. So looks like the move is getting gassed. This is the type of move where, you know, you could see these highs up here where we wicked up there, no volume, you know, no staying power. That was a fade, right? Now, when a move is sustainable, it looks like this, right? You see all the high volume here. At the highs, right? Bounce right there at the value area low for that previous day. This is a move with staying power. That's why people who are trying to fade up here, it was pointless, because you weren't really going very far, right? So, you know, this is another move. Looks like it's out of gas. Fading here. That would have been a nice short. So that's how you look at the profile to gauge if things are dying. Now, on this current day, we're getting volume up here. Now, if this pulls back and dumps all the way down back to these lows, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I think you get a bounce maybe here around 41.5, the top of this structure. And if not, a bounce here. But it's, you'll see it. It's very obvious. You know, gassed, not gassed. Right? Anyway. All right. Cool. Cool. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for joining today. It's been awesome. I'm feeling good, man. It's nice outside. I feel like I'm gonna make some money. Already made some money, but make some more over the next coming days. Everything seems like it's going well. You know? A little jams on for the end, guys. Yo, thank you guys so much for joining. Like and subscribe. We'll do this again next week. Expect the weekend to be boring, right? I expect it to be kind of sideways to up, in my opinion. I don't see any dooming over the weekend. Not really enough volume to get that to happen. So I think we have, you know, a little sideways, building support in this range. And looking at the weekly close of equities, I see continuation next week, barring any bullshit with war and stuff over the weekend. But awesome. Thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate you. I'll check you out soon. I'll see you on the Twitter, alright? Peace. Later.